ray of light here, attempting, yet again, Nameless. Let's get past the prologue this time. So last time in my practice Let's Play, which if you've watched it, you know it was a disaster because the music was so fucking loud. So I lowered it to practically nothing. You're not missing much. It's pretty. It's the same few chords again and again. So it can get grating, especially when it's overpowering your own voice. So I'm going to start. It won't be as blind as the other Let's Plays that follow this one because I've already played through. I got to where the dolls turned to boys, and then I stopped. But now I'm going to finish this prologue. I'm going to finish this prologue if it kills me. Blinding white light fills my sight. My arms and legs feel lighter, and soon I feel my body hover.
Where am I? Maybe in a dream?
I gather the strength to walk forward, despite my feet barely touching the ground. No matter how far I go, white space continues without end. I open my eyes, but can't see or hear anything. I stop and look around.
This place, so pure and clean, but for some reason, I feel sad.
This place, surrounded by glimmering light, white as snow, is breathtakingly beautiful. But such extreme beauty can only belong in another world. Hello again, mysterious figures. I see something blurred far away. I couldn't see properly because of the glaring light coming at me from all directions. All I could make out was a tall person, number 1, and another slightly shorter person, number 2.
2 people?
Are you really okay with that? Yes. Do you believe? Who are they? Who are they? I want to know. I do not know. Your answer does not match your actions. Alright. That is what suits you right now. Do as you please, except remember that you are responsible for the consequences of your choice. Do not forget that everything was done solely by your own will. I understand. Now then, take this. The tall man hands over something. I wonder what? And the man who took it looked down for a while and slowly turned to my side. His lips seemed to move a little.
What? He seems to be talking to me?
Let's go a little closer. Suddenly, a fierce wind started to rip through. The wind seemed to will me out of this place.
Hold on! Not yet! Wait, I haven't!
Her voice is off. Along the wind, a myriad of feathers flew around and blocked my sight. I parted through the wind blowing towards me and made my way to him with all the strength I had. Which apparently wasn't enough. The moment I thought I finally reached him, I fell into a bottomless pit along with countless feathers. I was woken up by the noisy alarm clock.
Is it morning? But I think I was dreaming about something just until now.
I keep tracing my memory, but still fuzzy from sleep, I cannot remember. I don't dream often, so the feeling of having one feels strange. The most recent dream was, yeah, that was right. It was when Grandpa was alive. He died 3 years ago from now. And the day I fell asleep, tired from remembering my grandpa, who was no longer by my side, I had a dream about waking up to a peaceful morning with him. In my dream, I saw him smiling and waking me up, as always, telling me, "You'll be late if you don't get up now." And the next morning, when I realized that his smile was all just a dream... What is that flashing? Do you see that too?
Oh no, this won't do. Let's just think happy thoughts in the morning.
Anyway, it's definitely been a long time since I had a dream. I drew the curtains as soon as I got out of bed. The window was slightly wet from the rain last night, but as a result, the sky was incredibly clear.
Wow, the weather's so good today. Grandpa, isn't today perfect to hang out the laundry?
I stared at the small framed picture on the desk. This house used to be the place where 2 people, my grandpa and I, used to live, if you didn't guess that. He took care of me instead of my parents, who went abroad for research. I listened to him more after I grew up because I was no longer a child.
Most pictures are of Grandpa and I.
Grandpa's smile was in all the pictures pinned to the board above the desk, even though that's not true. I cannot even begin to describe the amount of shock I received when he passed away from a chronic illness. Days passed by with me constantly passing out from crying so hard, unable to bear seeing me like this. My parents suggested that I move to the States with them, but I shook my head. I didn't want to be a burden to their research. I'd much rather be a burden to myself in this house. This house itself was full of memories I had with Grandpa while living with him when he was alive. She's being stubborn. It's serious, honey. She's stubborn like her grandfather. She won't budge. Are you sure you're all right? Please don't be like that. You don't have to worry about our work.
No, it's really fine. All my friends are here, and I want to graduate in Korea.
If you say so, all right. As they commonly say, no parent can persuade a child otherwise, which is not true. I saw them off in their disappointed smiles, and I became alone in this house. This house is too big to live in by myself, but I still wanted to be alone in it. I slowly looked around the living room.
Grandpa, it's already been over a year. Time flies by really fast, doesn't it?
Around the house, there are still many traces of him other than the pictures.
I'm living to the fullest just by myself, so don't you worry.
At first, I wasn't used to being alone, so every night I blankly stared inside this empty house. And every time, it just made me feel more and more lonely, but I seem like a pretty positive person now, so everything's okay. Because I have kids. Those kids. Right there. Aren't they lovely? I see the desk muddled with diaries and pens. And on the shelf next to it were my most cherished treasures. They are the joys of my life and my precious friends who gave me back my smile. Aren't they lovely?
Hey everyone, had a good night's sleep, even though your eyes don't close. Mom's right, I really am a carbon copy of Grandpa.
I'm sorry. I've just seen this so many times. He really loved books, and it was his hobby to collect antique books. Click. So the house always smelled of all kinds of books, like a library. And in my case, it was my hobby to collect Bishi dolls. Croiby Doll is the company that produced these dolls. I call it the company that gives dolls souls and hot bodies. The first day I got to know about Croiby Doll through the internet, I had this intense feeling of want. After that day, I started collecting the allowance my parents sent me. And finally, one day, as I desperately hoped for, I got my first doll. He died after I bought my first doll. By he, I mean Grandpa. And that's when I devoted myself to collecting dolls. Collecting dolls became more important to my life because I didn't need to eat, and I was left alone in this huge empty house. I ended up getting 4 more dolls, and now I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were quite expensive to buy for the average student, so I had to cut back on other expenses. I should look at them, considering this is the real Let's Play. Hello, young master. This doll standing here flaunting his silver... I fucked it up again, oh my god! Shiny silver hair is Lance, the first doll I ever bought. Lance is the one doll that always stood by me when Grandpa was alive. I'm not gonna make the same joke even though I want to. And I'm gonna stop referring to that failure right now.
Good morning. You're as cute as usual.
The doll with its tiny delicate face and bashfully gathered hands is Yonho, Grandpa Doll's prototype. Isn't he cute? The day I met him, I was surfing the internet, as usual, after coming home. But then I saw Yonho being sold in an auction for a ridiculous price. By ridiculous, I mean cheap, apparently. And without hesitating, I clicked the bidding button. Later, when I opened the delivered box containing Yonho, I unconsciously screamed out of happiness at the top of my lungs. What kind of person was the owner selling such a pretty doll at such a cheap price? And why was I screaming about it? Yonho seems like he will never betray me even if I love him unconditionally. And that is probably the biggest reason why I bought him. Just think about that for a bit. As we go and look at red hair.
Hello, warrior. Earth is safe today, all because of you and your droopy eyes.
I mend the hair of red-haired doll. Meeting Red was special. People who were a bit surprised when Croiby Doll announced the action hero type doll, Red, in their new release conference. I think I fucked that up. Croiby Doll was always been... I definitely fucked that up. Croiby Doll has always been known for their charming, immature male dolls. Amongst all the worry, Croybydall recruited testers for Red, and luckily I was selected. When my name was announced, I couldn't believe my ears. But unfortunately, after the conference, Red was not officially released. They only chose one tester to give this doll for free, and that was me. It's still a shame they did not release the doll afterwards, but that means I have him all to myself. It would have been nice for him to have gained popularity and be officially released, but as a result, I own him. But I can't help but feel gloomy every time I look at him, because I want other people to know I own him. Brown, blonde, gold.
Look at the weather today. It makes me feel better just by looking. I feel like I'm looking at you, my sunshine. My only sunshine.
I reach the brunette doll's hand and wave.
Hi!
There was a lot of backstory behind how I was able to get Tay. When Croybydall first released Tay, his popularity was beyond imagination. Being limited edition, along with having a dandy and handsome face, brought out an explosive response from the fans. As a result, I failed to purchase it. I could only get him because he was a limited edition. Wait. Oh, used. I completely skipped the word used. But I am fine with it. Black doll hair. I see the tallest doll among the 5. The tall, black-haired doll with a slender body and model-like feel is Yuri. Unlike the existing dolls in Croybydall's adult line, he seems realistic and looks like a mature adult male.
The number of visitors still explodes when I post pictures of you on the blog.
It was Yuri who saved my blog from wasting away to rot. Why did I do that? I receive a lot of comments when I upload pictures of him. Whatever, I think like that too. His broad shoulders and beautiful figure oozes sexiness. It's as if he's telling us with his body, I am so cool. Love me. I doubt more explanation is needed. And we're gonna stop looking. Money was a bit tight from expenses, but I have no regrets.
Woo! Anyway, the new shoes should arrive today. To whom should I put them on first?
I straighten myself and stretch. The 5 dolls watch in silence. Although they are lifeless dolls, it has become a habit to talk to them like this.
Darn, I'll be late. I have to get ready.
The clock was heading towards 8. I picked up my uniform, sprawled on the floor, and was headed out the door when I suddenly halted. I hurried back to my room and said goodbye to the dolls.
Watch the house, everyone. I'll be back.
Who needs security systems? They said nothing in return, but I stood by as if they were real people. Made it! I was able to make it on time after catching the last bus. I was in ruins after surviving the crowded bus, but all that matters is that I wasn't late.
I'm really gonna wake up early starting from tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll die like this.
I pledge this every day, but I've never actually done it. Oh, did the UFO rise from the west? Oh, that's right. Which one were you? Oh yeah, you were blonde. I think I decided to make you a Southern Belle? Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, did the UFO rise from the west today? Fix your hair. Although it really is a talent having your hair stick up like that in different directions every morning.
I'm sorry, is that terrible?
Huh? Oh, hi, good morning.
I sit on my desk, pressing my stuck-up hair back to my head. She approaches the seat next to me. The way she sweeps her shiny, voluptuous curls, or the way she drops her eyes reek of elegance. All you have to see is her fearless voice and confident moves to notice her self-assured personality. See her personality. She's so self-assured.
Good morning to you, too. What do you do every night that makes you barely come here on time? Do you have a secret boyfriend or something?
Oh, I do have doll boyfriends! Last night I was so absorbed with taking pictures of the dolls that I went to bed at dawn. Hey. I hear another voice behind me. I turn around to see a girl with short boyish hair right behind my back. Girls in this class stirred as they saw her standing slanted with her hands in her pockets.
Hi, Shimby.
Zoe and Shimby and I are called the trio in this class. Zoe and Shimby were childhood friends since they were little, and I became friends with them because I begged. I never thought I'd be friends with them at first because they were really resistant and they're really pretty.
Yeah, at first, but I wore 'em down.
So, what do you think?
What? Sorry, I missed it. Say that again.
Hey, I was talking here. Are you staring at nothing again? Anyways, about this here. Which design looks better to you? Zoe handed me a magazine. Top 5 cute dresses in trend for girls. The gorgeous model posing in this pretty dress looks familiar. The name of the model written in the bottom of the left of I should just read. The model written in the bottom left of the page looks familiar too. I suppose this one right here. Shimby. Ever since Shimby was street cast, she has often missed classes for modeling work. Zoe tells me she has a lot of fans and is quite popular nowadays, but Shimby herself doesn't seem to be into those things. Anyways, your voice. Anyways, Shimby, you're everywhere on the magazines nowadays. Isn't it hard? A bit. It's okay though. You have it tough. You should have said no, like I did. Zoe was beside Shimby when she was cast, and Zoe was offered too, but refused right at the spot. If you model, won't you be able to meet cute male models? I asked her why later on, and she replied like this.
Tisk tisk, you have a long way to go, my friend. Modeling isn't it. I can't be satisfied with just looking. I want something on a higher level. Yes, I'd rather be a designer who can touch the models as much as she wants.
After that, I didn't listen.
God, it's so bright. I was wondering why today was so quiet.
She turned her head towards the flashlight. Countless phones were flashing through the windows on the hallway. It's a sight that has become common due to Shimby's rising popularity.
Everyone seems to have waited just for this moment.
They're more desperate because Shimby missed class a lot last week. Even I just barely said hi in the cafeteria last week. Hey, why did you come to school that day if you weren't going to come to class? To buy milk. There's one that's only sold here?
Yeah, okay.
Right. Oh yeah, speaking of the cafeteria, I almost had a heart attack this morning. A heart attack? Why? Oh, fuck.
A heart attack? Why?
Okay, listen. We were headed to the cafeteria because Shimby said she wanted some strawberry milk.
Do you really want to drink 2 of those in the morning?
In front of you.
What?
In front of you.
What's in front? Ah! Ah!
Sorry.
It's morning and already it's noisy. Mr. Eugene! What is that? You've been screaming, and it's loud. I can still hear you without you yelling. What's the big fuss about? Blood! Blood! You've got blood! You're covered in it. And what's that in your hands? Is that a knife? My stars! Call 911. What? Oh, it's nothing. This is... here. Ew! Get that away from me! Huh? It's...
ketchup.
Yes, ketchup. I wanted a burger for breakfast, but it was too big to eat. So I cut it with a surgical knife. Some got on my clothes. Why are you guys standing like that? Oh, do you guys want some? Okay, I'll share. Follow me to the infirmary. Oh, and Shimby, since you're coming anyways, I would love to have a serious chat about your fibula. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna die. Well, be off then. Adieu, Mr. Eugene. Wait. It's so fucking terrifying. I really almost had a heart attack. Why did he have to eat a burger in the morning? And...
So he punched the table. Why in the world did he use a surgical knife to cut food? How do they take care of the equipment here? I mean, why is there a surgical knife in the first place? We don't even learn anatomy. Really, I was crazy to have a crush on him for just his looks. Weren't cute looks all that mattered?
What are you talking about? Good looks are just necessary for starting, love. What comes next is more... Pardon-moi. What comes next is more important for true love. True love. Listen carefully. Appearance is simply the first gate guys have to pass. The second gate is being normal. And Mr. Eugene failed to pass the second one. Obviously. I nod. I agree. He's not normal. In fact, one would say he's fucking scary. Do you know what the third gate is?
What is it?
It's manners. Manners. Oh. But if they don't pass the fourth gate, all of those are useless. The fourth one is... Soy's eyes glimmered. Capability! But again, if they can't pass the fifth gate, it's just like spraying soy sauce onto a beautifully cooked steak. The fifth gate is... Hey, are you listening to me? I just hope that someone manages to pass all those gates before she becomes a wrinkly grandma, or a crazy cat lady, or a spinster. Now that I think about it...
Yeah?
The school nurse was looking for you.
What?
Oh, right. He said you should stop by the infirmary.
Thanks for telling me so quickly.
No biggie, Miss Health Commissioner. Have a safe trip. I wish you good luck.
All right, thank you.
I stood up weakly. As I walked round in my thoughts, I quickly arrived in front of the infirmary.
I should listen to Soy and stop staring at nothing.
I tapped both my cheeks with my hands.
You looked for?
Oh, Beatrice, look at this beautiful fourth lumbar vertebrae. Oh, Beatrice, how can you be this enchanting? There cannot be another woman more beautiful than you. Huh. The handsome, quote-unquote, handsome guy was embracing a skeleton model and ardently confessing his love in the morning, as opposed to in the evening.
He's so good looking. What a shame.
I question my taste. There are more than a few people who are blessed with good looks, but miserably fail at using them.
Would others think like this of me? By playing with dolls?
Let's make sure no one knows. My belief that some hobbies should remain a secret was not wrong.
Mr. Eugene, I heard you asked for me?
He looked at me with bitter eyes for interrupting their private time. He looks dandy, as always, but it's just the looks. A student! I asked for you some time ago, and now here you are. He had me run errands often, but still doesn't know my name.
He doesn't know the name of most kids. Oh, but he did seem to remember Soy and Shinbi's names. Probably because they're pretty.
Of course, his idea of pretty is a bit different from those of others. Click.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Well, all right. Move that guy to the prep room. He pointed at the upper body anatomy model he frequently used during class.
His name was, I think, Christopher?
Whatever. I run errands. Whenever I ran errands, he often told me all kinds of stories. One of them was about Christopher. Christopher is apparently Beatrice's half-brother. Mr. Eugene is honestly annoyed with him, but he takes care of him because Beatrice adores him. Such a tear-jerking story. I think everyone in the story is insane.
I don't think I can carry this alone.
Although the model was just the upper body, it was too heavy for a girl to carry alone. I picked the model up in quite an unattractive pose. He didn't give me a single glance, despite me struggling to pick it up.
Well, Mr. Eugene. I'll be heading out.
Oh, Beatrice, how can you have such beautiful shoulder blades? How can you seduce me like this? I already adore every single particle of you.
I should close the door when I head out.
Some kids who were passing by heard his voice through the open door and started whispering. Some argued that it didn't matter because he looks cute.
If I'm not to ruin my life with just one choice, I should quit thinking that.
Someone said,
Someone else said he's too creepy and asked if he's not crazy.
I agree. Ugh, hey, heavy.
This model, was indeed too heavy for a girl to carry. The only reason why I can manage to carry it is because I train my arm muscles that are used to carrying 2K dolls every day.
So many boys pass by, but no one even looks. Some chivalry, please.
No one notices me because I'm too ordinary. Too ordinary. Things would be different for Soy and Shimbi. Soy would have shoved the boys around like a queen, and for Shimbi, girls would have volunteered to help. I smirked at imagining all of that. I don't really feel bitter, though. I agreed that their looks attract people.
Oh no, recess will be over soon. I should hurry up. I'm here! Guys, I'm back! I'm tired.
I throw myself into the sofa without even taking my uniform off. As I buried myself in the comfy sofa, I felt as if all my sword muscles were screaming.
God, my shoulders. Tomorrow I'm definitely not going even if Mr. Eugene asks for me. All I do is suffer.
I turned around on the sofa. As usual, I blankly stared at the ceiling.
There's so much to do, but I don't even want to move a finger.
My voice. One sec. Yeah. I have to take out the trash and wash my uniform, but I don't want to move at all.
I overworked myself today.
I ran in the morning so I wouldn't be late. I carried around a heavy model, and I even survived the hellish cafeteria during lunch. I just wanted to rest and sleep like this. The list of chores kept swimming in my head, swim, so I couldn't just stay still.
I can't just lie down like this.
Let's finish cleaning quickly and then lie down. I gathered my sluggish strength and stood up. This house Grandpa left me was too big to live by myself. An educator and a book lover, Grandpa had many books. He moved to larger and larger houses to keep all those books and eventually settled in this mansion.
When Grandma was alive, they even fought over those books.
Even I never saw all the books in the house, and there were rooms I couldn't enter because of them. Thanks to them, cleaning was always difficult.
Thanks, Grandpa.
But I had no intention of throwing them away.
I mean, I love you, Grandpa.
Even if Grandpa passed away, since his memories are in those books, they are precious to me as well. Sorry.
Shall we start with the living room?
I took off my uniform and got the vacuum cleaner.
Huh? Was someone expected? Who is it?
Delivery. Oh, I was expecting something.
Thank you.
As soon as I got the package, I headed to my room.
Yay! I've been waiting for this for a long time.
In the box was a splendid handmade suit and a pair of black boots. They were no bigger than my hand, but were as intricate as those of a human's.
Well, I can always clean them later.
Clean later. Doll fans have different priorities from normal people. If you buy something new, then you naturally have to set everything else aside and try it on the dolls and take pictures. I laid down the dolls from the shelf and tried this and that on them.
Pretty, as expected. The wait was worth it.
The room quickly turned into a mess while I dressed the dolls into pretty clothes. I long forgot I had just been cleaning a little while ago. I drown in my own thoughts as I look around the room full of doll props. Other people will find it strange that I play with dolls, even though I'm not a child. If they see a grown-up student still collecting dolls, they'll think she's juvenile. And if they find out the dolls are quite expensive, they'll think it's even more bizarre. But I don't think it's weird at all. So I have no desire to be understood by others. Sometimes it gets a bit uncomfortable and lonely, but I don't have much problem with making excuses like now. But if there's one thing that bothers me, it's not being able to tell my friends.
Soy and Shimbi would never guess this side of me.
I thought of the friends who are always by my side. I put the dolls on the shelf and plopped down on the bed.
Hey guys, if I tell Soy and Shimbi the truth, what would they say?
The dolls silently look at me.
Well, I've gotten this far anyway. All I have to do is keep up like this.
I stretch as far as I can on purpose to shake off the worries. After stretching my muscles, I suddenly feel the fatigue flood over me.
I have to finish cleaning. It's too loud.
I unconsciously groped for the alarm clock by my bed. Oh my god, I'm finally at the part that I always stop at. Yay! New content! Hooray! It's 5 a.m. It was long before the alarm rang.
I must have fell asleep.
I slowly get up from the bed.
Arrgh. I must have really overworked my body yesterday. My shoulder still hurts.
I felt stiffer than usual from waking up early.
So noisy in the morning.
Oh, should I
Sleep more.
Anyway, is there construction going on around the house? Why is it so noisy today? What? Wait, this sound is coming from the kitchen? Ugh. So hungry, I'm about to starve and die. I'm going to die before I can save the world. You're hungry too, aren't you?
A little.
Ah,
Hey, can't we just get something delivered? I'll get the cash from that fellow's wallet. I saw something that looked really good on the TV before. I think it's called Jajang?
could you please be quiet? Do you want to show off how rude you are? Taking the wallet. You are no different from a thief.
What, punk? A thief? Did you just call the Justice Warrior a thief? Look, if you talk too loud, Master will... He's calling me a thief! Hey, you listen! I only said I'd take some money, not steal it!
They are the same. What is the difference?
They are different from the start. She said she likes to buy us things. Shh! You both are talking too loud. Master is going to wake up. She already looked tired last night.
Yeah, both of you stop screaming in my ears. I have low blood pressure, and I don't want delivery food. My skin is sensitive, and I have to watch what I eat. So take a home meal for me, please. Hello.
어째 자연스럽게 내가 요리를
I turned on their
것
voices so I
같은데?
don't have to read.
뭐 좋아. 그리고 유리, 그녀 앞에서 투정 부리는 모습은 자제하지 그래. 안 그래도 놀란 눈치인데.
But since I've sort of just decided on voices right there, I might as well just turn them back on, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna commit. That's the bad thing. I'm gonna fix the audio. Sorry, boys. I'm gonna be doing your voices after all. You're just gonna be normal voice me. Normal, pretty voice me. It seems I've naturally become the cook. Well, okay, but first, talk after you peel off that facial mask. She already looks surprised. A man in an apron called Tay raises a ladle and points at me. She turned paler after seeing your face with that facial mask, Yuri. What? All eyes turned on me at once. So, what's happening right now? The man in the apron and banana, holding a ladle, looks like Tay. The frowning man, sitting at the table with his finger on his forehead, is a carbon copy of Lance. The young man, scratching the back of his head with an apologetic face, had the same color hair as Red, because it's red. The one calmly sitting at the table with his two hands gathered on his knees had Yonho's eyes. The tall one smoothing out the facial mask on his face, because where else would a facial mask go? Is it really Yuri? But wait, isn't that hairband mine? Because let's concentrate on this, not the fact that your dolls have come to life. Yeah, it can finally react to the story. It's finally new.
Oh, Master, I apologize. We were a bit noisy just now, weren't we?
The kid looks like Yonho, and I made eye contact? What? Master? He's right. Red and Lance, be sorry. It's going to take a while to cook the food. Won't you sit here since you've woken up?
What did I do? He's the one who started fighting. He won't even let me wake that fellow up, bugging me for every single tiny thing.
That is because you were about to jump into the bed. Never mind, you have no sense of your own wrongdoings. I apologize if we woke you up. The one who looks like Lance slightly bowed his head to me. Well, you're just ridiculous. Just in time. I was about to ask something. Is there an onion hairdryer in this house? You are, after all, Girl, you should have something similar. Well, your hair's kind of cute. All soft and fuzzy. Like a squirrel. You might actually be pretty fun to watch. I think I'm dreaming a lot lately. Am I getting weak? Am I going crazy? I pinch my cheek with my eyes. I pinch my cheek with my eyes. I'm like, what? Still on the boys in front of me. It hurts. I pinch the other side too. It also hurts. Twice as much, in fact. That's enough self-mutilation for the morning. You'll be late if you don't get yourself together and start getting ready.
Yo, you listening to me? Come here. There's an empty seat next to me. Let's eat together. You always eat crappy food or nothing at all. That won't do. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You can't fight for justice without it.
Oh, you're adorable. Your voice needs work. We'll work on it.
Yes, Master, you always end up eating toast. You're already so weak. I have always worried about your eating habits.
Now, the baby cubs are worried sick, so sit down. Or do you want to sit in my lap? What? The tall man drags me towards the table.
Huh?
What is that blank look? But how about getting changed first if you're going to sit at the table? The silver-haired boy who looks exactly like Lance spoke to me, because I haven't put two and two together.
What?
Are there not table manners? I wish you would care about your manners, even if it's still home. It's enough that redhead over there, with hideous clothes.
What do you say? What about my clothes?
Are you being serious? Then apologize. Then I apologize. I have overestimated you. I at least assumed that you possessed... Where did your accent go? Why can't I do it anymore? Are you... Okay, drink and then take two. Are you being serious? Then I apologize. I have overestimated you. I at least assumed that you possessed a thinking, albeit empty, head.
This proves that I am a warrior of justice, and I do have a head. What are you saying? Now, wait, Red. Don't flip over the table just because you're mad.
Everyone's getting grouchy because they're hungry. Now everyone, here's your meal. You're delusional if you think that's why they're grouchy. Oh, the plating is... Oh, the plating is actually really a fantastic day. You have good eye. I like it. Thanks, Yuri. I feel good hearing that coming from you. Now, I've made plenty, so everyone eat up.
Master, sit here.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Why are you smiling? It's like a dream come true sitting here and eating breakfast with you.
A cute kid resembling Yon-Ho handed me a spoon. And then he wrapped his small, soft hands around mine. No, we're not pursuing him. You're adorable, but you're a baby. And we are grown women, and we do not date babies. Even though you love us, you can be our adopted son.
Being able to hold these hands that have always caressed
me. Oh my god, are we a pervert? No. I know we're just a crazy lady with dolls.
That have always caressed me, Master. This can't be a dream, can it?
His clear and bright eyes were pure happiness. This kid, he's so lovely. I unconsciously hold up my hand and stroke his head. Good boy. His soft hair twining around my hand felt good. This isn't a dream. Yeah, it's not a dream.
What? This isn't a dream! Huh?
I suddenly stood up. Yon-Ho shrank back in fear, and his chair fell down with a bang. Bang. Ah, I thought you were too calm. Here we go.
What are you in my house? Huh? I thought you already knew. Okay, I'll introduce myself. Listen, alright? I am the Defender of Earth, fighting for justice. The sacred name is Red. I am Red, and I am the captain of this group. Red. Those clothes. And the name Red. My doll Red.
Yes, you are correct.
So you're saying that you're a doll?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No way! Shut up!
Why not? I'm telling the truth. Why don't you believe me?
But a doll moving, coming to life.
How am I supposed to believe that? I cannot agree that guy over there is our leader. But we are your dolls, so please, please shut up. Yeah, I understand you're surprised, but get yourself together. Yan-Ho over here is about to cry. The boy, still covered and stiff, was about to break into tears. He looked at me, with wet eyes, and spoke to me.
I thought Master would be happy if we came to life. I was wrong.
Well, well, wait, that's not it. My honey. Now, I love everything about you, dear, but making kids cry isn't really acceptable. So I think you should comfort Yan-Ho now. What? What? Stop crying now, Yan-Ho. I know you're a bit confused right now, but why don't we eat first? Breakfast is getting cold. You're like Dad. I see steaming hot soup and galashu rice on the table. Ever since Grandpa died, I haven't seen a well-prepared breakfast table. In fact, 'cause I don't eat. 'Cause I just spend money on dolls.
Living by myself afterwards, I couldn't be bothered to eat breakfast.
Ever since living by myself, I rarely ate rice and just bought bento boxes or bread from convenience stores. So I'm also not used to eating breakfast with so many people. Yeah, a lot of people. And what's more, boys! Wait. I suddenly stood up again, and slowly I check how I look. Oh my god. How could I have forgotten my appearance? Even if I ignore the messy hair disheveled from sleep, my clothes were disastrous. My pajamas were a ridiculously juvenile bear print dress I had bought on the street 5 years ago, and there were holes here and there. And inside the pajamas, braless. Aspiring to be a free soul, I always took off my underwear at home and enjoyed living by... This is too much information. I don't want to know that you're not wearing underwear right now. I don't want to know what you do in your private time.
Do I actually look like this in front of these 5? No way! Ah!
What a lively morning. After panicking for a while, I quickly went back to my room to change into better clothes and came back to the living room.
And then I came to life.
After I came back, Red explained to me what had happened. Oh. 'Cause I don't, as the game player, don't need to know what happened. Anyways.
So what are you trying to say? You were on the shelf until yesterday, but woke up to find yourself a human being?
Yeah.
How?
I just told you, something just popped up and was like this. Whoosh!
I had no idea what he was saying. You just had to talk like that. What a stupid explanation.
Hey, what about what I just said? Then, do you know about the reason we became humans?
I'm fucking their voices up. I'm sorry. Not that they weren't fucked. Maybe I should turn them back on. You decide in the comments if you want. If not, I'll just do whatever. There's no one among us who can explain that. Even I don't really understand what happened to us, and I'm the smart one. But as Red said, I remember something touching our bodies.
I remember too. As soon as it touched us, we were surrounded by light. And when I opened my eyes afterwards, I had a human body.
So no one can explain why we came to life, but one thing is for sure. Yuri walked towards me with his long legs. No, you stay back! You get away from me! Human or not, our owner is you. Only you. My one and only. My owner. Yuri raised my chin as he spoke.
Up close, he's really so creepy!
No, he's creepy. He's totally touching you. Kick him. What?
What?
I accidentally spoke my mind while blankly staring at him. Luckily, Yuri seemed to have missed it. Did you say something just now? Yuri raised my chin and pulled my face towards his. Bum, 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 bum. He was not as small as when he was a doll. Yeah, no shit. My heart started pounding to see such a beauty up close. And he's not just a beauty because he's also a man!
It was nothing.
I shake his hand off at this thought. Now that I think about it, Yuri is first and foremost a man. No, sweetie. First and foremost, he's a doll. D-O-L-L. And then he's a man-ish. He's a doll. I've never been this close to a guy other than Grandpa and Dad. How close are you? After being aware of this, my heart started to beat faster. My face is probably red too. Ah, this is embarrassing. Oh my god, my honey, are you being shy?
I was just surprised.
Yuri seemed to put on a serious face, but soon shrugged it off and came back to his usual self.
But there's something odd.
What is it?
If you guys are dolls, then what are those? All the dolls in my room are where they were before.
I point towards my room. I checked with my own while getting dressed. Okay. On the shelf were $5 as usual. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I think our bodies remain the same. You can say that we are the dolls. We are the souls of those dolls, not the dolls of their souls. Because that would be silly.
The soul?
Yes. Those dolls over there are no more than empty shells. The real us are standing right here. I believe the consciousness in the dolls materialize into human figures. The conscious what? Speak English, you. I can't understand what he means. Knowing what I'm thinking, Lance frowned a bit and started to explain more. To put it in stupid, the souls inside the dolls turned into human bodies. Of course, I do not know why. What kind of fantasy is that?
So now that they are human, the dolls are useless?
No, although... you don't have an accent, stop it. No, although they are just shells, they are the bodies. So whatever happens, you must be careful of something.
Be careful of what? If the body is damaged, then our human bodies are injured as
Voodoo dolls? Really?
What?
What's that about? Just as I said, I don't know exactly how it works, but if the doll bodies are in danger, we are affected. You didn't say that. You said that. We've already tested by pricking red with a needle, so this is just an absolute fact.
Hey, that was not a test. It was torture. You guys seized my arms and cruelly forced me to... Ugh!
He scowled and buried his face in his hands as if recalling something horrendous. So, my dolls have come alive and are standing right in front of me. Is this it? This is real and not a dream? Dots. Lance was staring at me and our eyes met.
Why?
Why? Why were you staring at me, Lance? Nothing. You were looking very stupid, although it did suit you.
What? Stupid?
Ah! Are you really my doll? You were so much nicer when you were a doll. What happened to the Prince Charming I'd imagined? Who is this jerk in front of my eyes? We don't like you anymore. I've come to realize that these 5 boys are very different from what I had pictured. Especially Lance. Talking with my dolls was something I've always dreamt of. I thought we didn't dream. You're a liar. I was indeed a bit disappointed at their cold attitudes. We do not know anything for certain right now. We do not know anything for certain right now. Why we came to have these bodies, whether or not it's temporary. So we must not be hasty from now on. For a while we should calmly observe our situations. As he finished his words, Lance looked at me. I just sat there listening to what he was saying and stared blankly at those unrealistic moving lips. I am sure you were quite shocked to see us like this, but at least for now you are our owner, so please bear with us. If things do not work out well, we will search for ways to move out of this house.
Why? I don't want to leave. I want to live with her. I had so many things I wanted to do if I turned human. Hey, same for you, right? Let's live together. I'll make every single day fun.
Well, you're sweet. Oh, you're quite bold, Red. There's a perv sneaking underneath that innocent face of yours. How good it is to be young.
I want to be with Master too. Master is our owner, and I think it doesn't make sense for us to live apart. Even if you all disagree, I won't budge on
Yunho, calm down. Relax your hands. No one told you to get out of here. Oh, he's adorable! Yunho slightly relaxed at Tay's words. You are all quite peaceful, when we do not know how long this will last. Are you all stupid? On second thought, your heads are already empty.
It's the same for you too.
Now stop. Whether or not we stay here depends on the house owner. I have a name. Tay approached me. I know this will be a burden, but will you let us stay here? You are the only person we know.
Huh?
His soft and sincere voice melts my ears. Tay is exactly what I had imagined. That means he's perfect! I actually want to kick all of them out, and I want to live here with just you. But I will ask anyways.
Please, Master, don't abandon us.
Don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes! I softened after seeing Yunho's watery eyes.
Alright, but you guys really have to behave yourselves. There's nothing I can say if the neighbors find out. Don't worry. Hooray! Alright, this is our headquarters. From today. Headquarters. Yeah!
They were loud as soon as I was done talking. Tay reheated the food that went cold. I was so used to having breakfast by myself. What just happened? I picked up my chopsticks and looked around the table.
I can't get used to this.
Of course, there's nothing to complain about being surrounded by 5 cute boys. Lance eating quietly in his usual tidy self. How usual, because we know him so well. And adorable Yunho munching the food like a hamster. Oh, he's so fucking cute! Red shouting how delicious everything is every time he puts something in his mouth. And Yuri delicately handling his chopsticks. And Tay is like a father, like a papa, delighted at everyone enjoying the food. All of them are sitting at this table, because there's 6 chairs. Is this really where I live? I couldn't believe the sight in front of my eyes. Living with these people from now on. Is this really not a dream? I live with these awesome guys. How long is this prologue? It's been an hour. I must finish. More drink. I might need to recruit someone to do some voices with me. This is a lot of work. As reality suddenly hits me, I feel excited.
Hold on. So you guys remember everything that happened when you were dolls?
He looks like a squirrel the way he chows with a mouthful of food. I thought we called him a hamster before. We really need to stick with our metaphors.
Yep.
Gulp.
Of course, the first day I met Master, the first time you bought me clothes.
I remember everything. Oh god, they're gonna remember changing them and putting shoes on. Not only that, I remember what my honey was wearing, what you were eating, and all of that. Could you please not call me that?
Me too. I remember that. Oh, right. Speaking of clothes, what happened to that? To what? You know, home shopping. You're watching the TV and scream that you had to get something. A push-up something, was it? Did you get it here yet?
Oh my god. What is he saying?
Show it to me when it comes. I'll check if it's okay for you. Ouch.
You perv. Lance kicked Red in the shin. Red clutched his leg and started rolling around. Are you talking about the white lace one? I prefer a more... Well, there's nothing that doesn't suit my honey.
I don't quite understand, but I'm sure Master will look good in everything. I want to see it too.
Yano looks at me with his unknowing, innocent smile. No! Since when have you guys been observing me? Okay, I understand your shock, but calm down. Want a cup of tea? Since when did they see me, huh? Did they see me when I played with dolls in my own fantasy world? And when I ran around with just my underwear on? I need to remind you. Huh? I think it's best if you wear clothes around the house. What? What is he talking about? I'm wearing clothes right now. You never know when a visitor might come, and especially refrain from taking off your your bra just to get comfortable. Lance avoided my eyes while speaking with his ears slightly red. And listening to that, my ears must have gone 10 times as red. They must have exploded off my head. Now that I think about it, you once threw it at Lance, and he was buried under it for a while. Lori added. Yeah, even for Lance, that was pretty cold-blooded. That was a bit shocking. You need time to get used to those things. Tay added with a smile. Yuri and Tay are quite the couple, even though they don't seem so. They connect through such weird things, like being tall. Lance starts frowning. Frown.
Hey, you've been acting weird. Are you sick?
Red stopped rolling around in pain and suddenly put both his hands on my cheeks. I felt his big calloused hands wrap around my face. I instinctively cringe and back away at the first touch. My first touch from a man.
It's embarrassing! What? Why are you so surprised? Do you not like me?
Huh? No, that's not it. It's just a little awkward having a guy come up to me so naturally. I'm just not used to it. I'm not saying this to him, so he's not gonna understand unless we speak. Oh, I was unable to open my mouth to say anything to clear up the uncomfortable air. It was at that moment. She must have thought you were going to hit her. That is a great face.
What, punk? Hey, why are you picking on me today? You obviously need a taste of Red's lethal moves today, don't you?
Lethal? What the fuck is that? Nevertheless, I'm relieved to see Red get all worked up again. The air has been cleared. Look how clear it is.
You looked a bit gloomy before. Did I see it wrong?
It's all my fault. The weather is clear because of the rain yesterday. I think it would be nice to let the air out and to get rid of old dust as well. I can't do British accents anymore. I don't know where they've gone.
Are you ignoring me? Why did you look at me when you said dust?
Oh, right. Oh, right, I forgot. I cleaned the house a little before you woke up. It's okay, right?
Oh, I helped too. I moved the things on the floor to over there. I wanted to ask you when you woke up, but I couldn't wake you up from your deep sleep.
Wow. I really did it. I was too surprised to notice everything before, but the living room was indeed really clean. Really clean. All the cleaning tools I had taken out to start cleaning the dirty clothes were all gone. I wake up to find the house cleaned and breakfast ready. They must be my voice.
I wake up to find the house cleaned and breakfast ready. They must be my fairy godmother.
Dolls cleaning and cooking? It's really late. I'm sorry. I worked 10 hours. I'm falling apart. This is really long. Oh boy, but I will get through this. And I will get through this for you. No one will ever believe this. Now stop chatting and eat up. It's going to get cold. Everyone starts to move their chopsticks at Tay's words.
Hey, Master.
Yes? Now that I think about it, Yonho always calls me Master.
Don't worry. I'll never do anything that harms you. I promise.
You must have thought I don't trust them. Oh, somehow I start to feel sorry at seeing his nervous little face.
It's nothing like that. Of course I am surprised.
I am surprised, but I'm not worried.
I'm actually really happy. Now I can eat with you like this. It's really like a dream. Master!
And now we run across a field of daisies, and we hug, and the music swells. Da na 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 na. Although, since we were sitting at the table, only his upper body was in my arms.
You know, I will really do anything if it's for you. So from now on, be with me.
Instead of replying, I stroked Yunho's head. Yunho stood straight again and beams.
He's so cute. So adorable.
All the rest of the boys seemed to be looking at us. They soon turned their eyes back to the food.
It is actually a bit surreal.
And nerve-wracking. Nothing is going to be solved just by worrying, so for now, let's just think about the things right ahead.
Let's see. Right now, the things ahead are...
Food. Let's eat food. Just as someone will plant an apple tree even after the world ends. What? Oh, it must be some Korean saying. I have to go to class even after my dolls come to life. Fuck school.
Okay, you can never just run around. I'm supposed to be living here by myself. If you don't be careful, the old man upstairs... No, I mean our principal sees you, and then we're gonna be in big trouble.
I don't get that sentence. I thought we lived in the mansion. In the upstairs of this mansion lives the principal of Kirby Academy. I say he's the principal, but he's an old friend of Grandpa. Oh. He often saw me since I was little, so I feel like I have another Grandpa that we're just mentioning right now.
Because he lived upstairs, my parents must have let me live by myself. I think they stay in contact.
So he finds out about these things will get serious and dangerous.
Don't worry, we're not little kids. Leave this place to us. Don't worry even for a tiny bit.
Red, you worry me the most. It hasn't been long since we barely stopped Red from trying to patrol the neighborhood after breakfast. He's pretty funny. Leave the kids to me. I wish I could go with you, my honey, but please do understand the little devils that keep us apart. You understand, right? I feel like I should have like a super smooth voice for you, but I'm not super or smooth. I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed you, lecherous black hair, Yuri. A few moments ago, I was getting ready to head out when Yuri suddenly came up and grandly announced he was coming with me. What? If Tate and Lance hadn't stepped up, I'm scared to think what could have happened. You know, Yuri, I think you said the same thing when you received that phone phishing call. What? He already has a face that sticks out, but the way he moves makes him more noticeable? I'm confused. I'm having doubts about whether I can really leave these boys here.
Anyways, I'll be back. Hey, wait, Master! Yeah?
And their voices are too similar. I was about to pass the living room and head towards the front door when Yunho stopped me. He came towards me, stood on tiptoe, and gave me a peck on the forehead.
Wah! Yunho! It's my way of saying goodbye. Smile. You always used to say goodbye to us every morning.
And I'm using the same voice.
And you'll be back. Every time I thought of something, if I can move, then I would say bye to my master. Be back soon. So I tried it today. It's more embarrassing than I thought, but I really wanted to do it. Yunho. Oh, were you offended? Oh.
I unknowingly hugged Yunho tightly. His small and warm body was in my arms. Aw, he really is so lovable. We better not date him, ever.
I'll be back, guys!
They were listening to that goodbye I always said without knowing. I thought I was alone ever since Grandpa died, but there were ones who looked after me by my side. I suddenly choked up at that thought. That was definitely flashing words. You will be late. Be careful. Watch the cars when crossing the street. You have a tendency to be clumsy. Lance must be worried too. Oh, that's Tay.
Lance must be worried too. Yes, now that we have a body, shouldn't we see our owner off?
I never worried. I know. Now let's go to the front door. We can't go outside, but this won't be a problem, I hope. Tay looked at me for approval.
Oh, all right. A colleague is being dispatched. Of course, we have to see her off. Now let's go.
Red grabbed my wrist and was about to burst out the front door any minute.
Well, wait.
I want to say I'll go with you, but I want our own quality time. Not with those kiddos. I'll pass. Don't be too disappointed, my honey. There is an infinite space of time and opportunities ahead of us. My voice is dying. I wasn't disappointed. Be home soon. Meanwhile, I'll take a bath. It's only morning, and I moved. I'm sorry. I don't think I can keep going. I threw out my voice with hers. But I have to. I'm not doing this again, damn it. I refuse. Alright. Pull yourself together. Okay. Alright. Maybe it would be better if I turned on their voices. Be home soon. Meanwhile, I'll take a bath. It's only morning, and I've moved too much. I'm tired. Yuri stretched and headed towards the bathroom. Lance, who did not seem so keen, was pushed by Tay to come see me off the front door. It was the first time someone saw me off after Grandpa died. I feel a bit tricky. Sorry we can't go outside.
Have a good day, Master. Be careful.
Oh, thank you.
Get everything done in a second and hurry back home. I'll be waiting. I'm not going to eat until you come, so if you're late, I'll get mad and I'll starve and I'll die.
Okay. I say bye to the boys and turn the doorknob. At that moment,
It's still going. Are you heading out now?
Principal!
It just happened that at this very moment I was about to open the door, I caught the eyes of the principal heading down. Oh no, what do I do? Behind me are healthy boys standing in a line. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is the perfect opportunity to real save and leave it at this cliffhanger. Because this has been going on for 2.5 hours. According to that. Or it's 2:30 in the morning. And I don't remember when I started. So, at this, I'm gonna call it a night. Because I need to go gargle or something. I didn't get through the prologue like I promised. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was so long. But it's probably better. Because you probably don't want to watch me struggle. Or you've probably given up halfway through. I'm sorry. I'll be better next time. With that, have a good night, guys. May light up.